dancing on some grown man knees. Put your hands up on some grown man knees. We puffing on some grown man knees. We sipping on some grown man knees. We vibing on some grown man knees. We loving on some grown man knees. I know, you know, that you're down with me. You know, I know, that you're feeling me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are here, beautiful people. Ladies, gents, boys and girls, saints and sinners, mains and sides. We are all here tonight. It's a Tuesday night, which means it is time for another incredible edition of Grown Man Conversations, the visual podcast. I am one half of your dynamic duo for the conversation tonight, and I go by the name of Tony.
It's a grown man in the building.
Well, no, that's not what Shout out to my man King Lee, Iconic Truth Band. And also, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I would. I'm the other half of this Cody in the building. This is Y Square. Chocolate Deluxe, a.k.a. Chocolate Bunny. All that.
Stripper. You are not, this is not
A.k.a. Mercedes. What's up, Marathi?
This is not P-Valley.
Marathi said, hey.
What happened when you start watching P-Valley? Now she
down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you got the money, then she come and shake it. Okay, I'm sorry. I like that, though.
I've been trying to get you to go out of town and strip a couple of nights where they don't know you, but you ain't done it yet.
See.
I done told you could go to a little city, they don't know you, get a little bag, and come on back to the crib, but you ain't done it yet.
Right.
Now you watching P-Valley with Uncle Cliff and you hoes. Now you want to go down there and talk about shake something and get naked. Marathi, go get your sister.
Marathi.
Shouts out to my man Marathi, a.k.a. Strong Man.
Yeah,
all right,
that's my show. Look, P-Valley, look, I am hooked. I was not hooked at first, but somebody said that's my show, but they got me now.
Okay,
I'll be down in the valley.
Listen, we are here tonight. Got another great show for you tonight. The Lost Art of Conversation. We just politicking, chopping it up. Mm-hmm. Got a good brother in the building tonight, man. In the entertainment industry, promotions.
Yes, big
shows,
business, big business.
Big business is what he does. And he's doing something that I wanted to see happen for my whole duration of being on air, especially when I came back in 2017 and was on Grown Man Radio. And I always wanted to see this happen. And I had to get off of radio for it to manifest. Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
For it to manifest and happen, a queen is coming to the Queen City.
Yes, she is.
Monique's first performance in Charlotte is going to be this Thursday night. And usually it's Laugh It Up Thursdays, but this is Laugh It Up Thursdays in an epic proportion. We always say collaboration over competition.
Right.
And the gentleman who is making that happen is my man, Dr. Dre.
You like them horns, right?
Yeah. What's going on, family?
Oh, man, what's good, brother, man? I'm here.
Talking to your microphone.
Talk to your mic, yeah.
Oh, I said I'm here, man. Feels good to be here. I appreciate the invite. And I'm looking forward to this amazing opportunity to work with some legends.
We appreciate the show, man. We appreciate the show. Monique and Friends.
Yeah.
Tell them the name of your entertainment company.
Oh, my company is From A to Z Entertainment Incorporated.
A to Z. And an M is in there, a T, X is in there, and a C is in there, because Monique is coming along with myself and Corey B out of Chicago. We just hit Raleigh 2 weeks ago, and we shut Raleigh down.
Yeah.
And if you have not seen Monique live, now is your chance right here in Charlotte. It's like a comet.
Yeah.
You know, when they say a comet coming or an eclipse, and they tell you to go out there and catch it because the next time want to come, you might not be around. You don't know when it's going to come. This is your comedy comet.
Yeah.
Hey, that's coming on Thursday night. Tonight's Theater. It's on the right. Get in the building. It's called Night's Theater. All right.
There you go.
And we're going to have a good time, man. So welcome to the show, family. Welcome.
Man, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
And Slicker.
And Slicker.
So I want to ask you this question.
What's going on, brother?
Because a lot of people would be hesitant for whatever reason. But what made you decide to bring Monique to Charlotte?
Oh man, it started a few years ago. I had a brief conversation with the boss lady herself right here, Miss Yolanda, and I was amazed of how how things came together. You know what I'm saying, with yourself expanding and elevating in your industry, and I pretty much grew up watching her, provide comedy. From the time I moved to Charlotte, I've always watched you do your thing, saw you live, heard you on several broadcasts, and when y'all formed this so-called marriage, I said, you know what? Why not bring them here? Why not bring that spontaneity, that homegrown comedy, someone who's legendary, and I think she's legendary in her own set as well. So I just thought it made just proper sense after COVID to kind of touch back bases with Yolanda. So this is something that's been in the making for a very long time. And again, it's all about timing. I know y'all are very busy businessman, just like yourself, businesswoman, and I'm a very busy businessman myself. So, I thought the time was right. So I reached back out to Yolanda, and she said, hey, let's just go for it. Let's just see if we can make everything come together. And like I said, through the honor of God, he made this possible.
Absolutely.
So, definitely blessed.
Yes.
That would be a big deal. If you have not seen me perform live, or if you haven't seen me perform live in a while, if you haven't seen Corey B came down and did Laugh It Up Thursdays some months ago and shut it down to the point where they were asking, when is she coming back, Tone? When can you bring her back? And of course, Monique right now, what's unfortunate is when people say controversy sells.
Right.
It does, and it can be a good thing too.
Yes, sir.
Because curiosity killed a cat. And if a lot of you saw on social media in Raleigh where she did an apology to D.L. Hughley, it's like I was there.
Yeah.
I was standing on stage when she did it.
Right.
They just didn't pan
I know
the camera around the camera, which is cool for me.
Go to the left,
Dre, I like, you know what I mean? I like playing the back.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like a
There's nothing wrong with that.
I like
Nothing
playing.
wrong.
But I'm just saying, the clip hit. The clip went viral.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
you
why
saw
couldn't he
Corey-
have Tone in the
You
clip?
saw Corey B. You know what I mean? And so that's what's going on in Charlotte.
Exactly.
You don't want to be the person to see something go viral, see some footage, and it says, when she was in Charlotte, North Carolina last night, or on Thursday night, she performed in Charlotte, and you be like, what? You could have been there. You could have been a part of it. You could have heard it firsthand. You could have seen it firsthand. You could have experienced it yourself. So that's the whole thing that I'm so excited about, is because my city gets a chance to see the Queen do her thing on stage.
And the Queen, you get a chance to play with the Queen. It's family. It's like a family reunion,
Exactly. Like
coming
putting the
back
band
together in the city and doing that. And what I want to applaud you for, Dre, is for one, not only staying true and steadfast to bringing this type of entertainment to Charlotte, but even the level of entertainment that you bring to Charlotte.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the complaints sometimes that we hear in the streets or in the crunches is, especially for grown folk, there's no talent really coming that is for our genre, for our representation.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have the hip-hop shows, and of course you have some of the old school shows that come through, but from a comedy aspect, being able to bring comedians that, like you say, you may have grown up with, that
Yes,
you've
ma'am.
seen, and you can touch and feel and get that type of seasoned
Exactly.
comedians. That's real, and that's big.
Yes, ma'am.
And being brave enough to do that in the heart of the city, especially coming back out
Yes,
after the
ma'am.
pandemic.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what was that like? Because I know a lot of concert promoters and event planners, I feel like I fall in the line of an event planner, not necessarily a concert promoter. But what was that like, being able to determine to say, all right, do I go ahead and bet on this situation? I know that, the city's supposed to be opening up. How do you as a concert promoter and in that position make those decisions? Because at the end of the day, it's still a risk for you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Again, in this industry, it requires you to take risk.
Right.
That comes with the territory, and also comes with headache. But just years of planning, being strategic in the process, not overplaying, kind of staying in my lane. I didn't want to overstep my boundary. Really doing a lot of research in the market, kind of seeing what liabilities can be that threat. So when it came a time where I kind of start weighing it on the scale, the probability versus my liability, when the probability started going up a little bit, I thought this was the best time. Again, we all were affected by the pandemic. Still are.
Right.
We still are.
Right.
It still is. What I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's just doing proper planning. Again, I'm not God with a small G, so I don't have the answers for everything. But I felt very confident. I feel very confident with the talent and the manpower that I'm working with to make this thing come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? If you're in this business, you're going to always have those butterflies, you know what I mean? Because it is, I am, extending, several resources to make this happen. And again, I don't do this all by myself. I do have a pretty strong team. I do have people that I have affiliated with the show like yourself that's helping me pretty much get the word around, creating that brand presence and increasing our equity in doing it. So, again, I thought, coming back out, this is actually my first concert in Charlotte since the pandemic. So, yeah, you still have those butterflies. But at the end of the day, I do have faith. I'm very confident what I do. I think the supporting cast or the audience or our guests, the people that support what we do, feel very comfortable with this event. I did survey some people to kind of get their opinion on what will come about with the show. And like I said, more people sided with me and some didn't.
Right.
That's the reality. But again, I'm dealing with some legends.
Right.
Y'all are legends. So, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do best. You know what I mean? The most I can do is just create the infrastructure and just kind of pass the word around. But my confidence, increased as the days, as the months went, as things started lessening with the pandemic and things started, reopening itself. So, I just kind of repositioned myself, in this process throughout the months or years that we kind of been off. And at this time, I just thought it was a great time. It's the summer. People are out now, and we need, we need
to
therapy.
laugh, and we need to laugh.
Yeah, this is therapy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just not all about just going out there just have fun with it. It's therapy for life. When I think of therapy, I think of laughter. Y2 management, Y2 squared management comes to my mind. I always think about Tone X, and I have a couple business affiliates that always say, you got to have Tone, whatever you do, you got to have Tone X involved. So, it's just like, I ran into y'all at the restaurant and, we chopped it up a little something and you gave me your math and I was just like, hey man, let's consider something. You said, look, here's my phone. You already know what to do, but I respect the protocol. So I contacted the manager,
Please
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, like I said, I don't know how things will turn out. I'm very confident that it will turn out good. We did sell a significant amount of tickets. We want to sell more. Yeah. So definitely buy your tickets.
We want to sell it out.
You want to sell it out. Yeah, that's it.
Because what the thing is, this is what a sellout does. A sellout gives everybody an opportunity to see it live.
Exactly.
And this is something that you want to catch. It also gives an opportunity for comedians to work and do what we love to do because the pandemic shut down a lot of the live performances, and we had to become creative on how to stay sharp.
Right.
Not only how to stay sharp, stay funny, stay connected.
Yes, sir.
But this helps you stay relevant too, because people get a chance to put their eyes on you.
Exactly.
And for someone like Monique to have not performed here in Charlotte, you would be like, well, how did she miss Charlotte? So
right.
You can scratch this off your bucket list. You don't have to travel far.
Exactly.
The farthest you have to travel is uptown
Charlotte.
to Knight's Theater on Thursday. And we're talking about Monique and friends, myself, Corey B., and of course Monique coming to Charlotte. And we want everybody to have an opportunity to come out and support, because a lot of times people say, I'm going to support you, but they think if they like your flyer that you put up on social media or if they take a flyer and tell you about the show, or if they say, I'm coming, that's support.
Right.
Support is when you go and buy them damn tickets.
That's it.
So we want you to get your tickets, and we don't care how you get them. All right, you can get them on your credit card, your debit card, your EBT card. If you're scamming, we don't care. You can come up on and get them on
Just
the
get
door. You know what I mean? The barter trader work. If you catch me by the back, I might let you slide me something to get your pair. But you need to get up in there because Thursday night it is going down in a big way. And this is what I want to ask you. You hear a lot of promoters talk about Charlotte.
Yeah.
And they say Charlotte is such a fickle market. Do you find that to be true?
Well, let me put it this way. I am an import. I'm not from Charlotte. I've been here since 2010. It's about 12 years in Charlotte.
You from Charlotte. No. Like he's from, I've been since 2020. No, but, 2010. You from Charlotte.
Charlotte has supported me pretty much from day one. Prior to me living here, and this is one of the main reasons why I chose to reside here, why I moved here. At times, it can be slightly mysterious, but I'm seasoned now. I did a lot of research. I took some L's. I took some lessons. I won a lot. You know what I mean? So, just evaluate. I'm always doing recaps and evaluating what I can do better, what my staff can do better, the people that volunteer to help me get it to, where I need to get to. But I love Charlotte. Charlotte's it's a beautiful city, man. The support has been fantastic, and I'm hoping they'll continue, supporting, my company's efforts, for years to come. Like I said, this is an opportunity I don't take for granted. You know what I'm saying? This city has supported me and my family. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I'm definitely grateful for that because I don't take it lightly. It can be taken away from me at any moment. Nice. So. I try to put my all into everything I do, try to be strategic. Of course, we all don't like to lose, but, sometimes, that loss is really a lesson, not truly a,
sometimes you got to lose to win.
Yeah.
What do you say to the person who says that Charlotte is not really an entertainment-driven city, that, we are, like he said, or somebody said earlier, we're fickle, But then at the same token, sometimes they try to compare us to, a thriving city since it's a melting pot. You got so many different people who come from Atlanta, L.A., New York.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got the movers and shakers here.
Yes, ma'am.
But for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to have that grasp of that hold as if you go to an Atlanta or if you go to a D.C. or even if you go to a New York. So what do you say to the person who, and do you think that what do you think in your viewpoint, the reason is for that?
Well, Yolanda, in my opinion, I think, Charlotte has its own identity. I can never compare it to another city. I do think it's small, but it is big. You know what I mean? I sometimes tell people, you maybe not bumping shoulders and shaking hands with the right people.
Right.
I think, me from being an import, not growing here, I think I've, connected with some of the right people. I've always looked at Charlotte as being a financial city. It's full of banks.
Yeah.
So to me, the checks
the
are cut
money
here.
is here.
You know what I'm saying?
Second largest in the country.
Yeah. So a lot of times I always tell people, have you evaluated your work ethic? Have you did everything in your will to garner the support system that you need? What I mean by that is, like for instance, I was telling a buddy the other day, they were looking for a job. I'm just kind of using this as an analogy. And they say, man, I submitted 50 applications online. But I say, well, have you ever printed out your application, maybe 50 of them, and just chose one street in uptown Charlotte and say, look, all day I'm going to spend 8 hours and just walk up and down and hand my resume to the people physically and just introduce myself and say, hey, I'm John Doe. This is what I do. I know you don't know me, but I'm just letting you know that I do exist. And these are the services that I can provide and how I can be an asset to your organization. By the way, I know you're not going to make a decision right now. Here's some information.
Right.
Think about it, contemplate on it, and if I can be an asset to you, give me a call. If not, I'll follow up. See, I'll do those type of things.
Yeah.
I'm the type that, like Mr. X has said too, he'll pull out that flyer and he will talk to people.
Exactly.
I mean, I saw him, I was at Virginia Beach this week, and I saw him, literally walking around on live TV and just talking to people like, hey, let me let you know what's going on. So I'm not afraid to do that.
Yeah.
I've come across people that say, I'm a little too good for that, but I'm going to be real, I laugh to the bank.
Right. Right.
Because I think about my family. I think about I'm not that prideful not to do this and not to do that. So,
and as a business owner, you should be able to work every facet of your business, right?
Ma'am.
You should not be a situation, especially with. And I hear, I hear that sometimes even within promotion or being on the back end doing events, you hear sometimes promoters complain that the artist isn't, posting the event the way they should, or the person isn't, doing da. Now, my viewpoint on that is, yes, I do agree that, talent, if you book the talent out, they should promote it.
Yes, ma'am.
And that also helps. But I also agree that if you are planning an event, you should also have marketing angles around that event that's also going to help promote, you know what I mean, and push the event as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And you should not be afraid to go in hand and give a flyer to someone.
Yes, ma'am.
Or send out an email, or to do a social media post yourself to push and brand your own event. Do you agree?
I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. One thing, like Mr. Tonek's situation, he is a talent. He's being compensated for a service that he provides that he's very good at. So, like anybody, I don't think it ever hurts to ask. I would say, hey, if you have a network, because I'm sure you have a great supporting cast, just let them know that you're doing this. I don't force talent. I don't expect them to. I feel like the talent is really the icing on the cake. I put the focus on the establishment. Am I creating an experience that do they provide good customer service? Is it accessible parking? I look at things like that, and then I kind of add the talent. Oh, by the way, so and so will be here. But I typically try to sell the event to my, to the consumer as well. But yeah, I don't really complain about that. If they don't do it, I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, we probably know some of the same people. So my thing is, why not let them know too?
Right.
They may hear from me today and they may forget. Right. And they might be doing this thing and you can let them know. So, I don't think promoters or event planners should get too caught up in that. It's just a question. You can always negotiate that in the process of, you prior to hiring the talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can say, hey, with this pay, this is what I'm hoping to get out of you. The 110% on stage, and can you share this at least one time with your network? But again, I won't make it too evasive and force them to do that. At the end of the day, I think that's still my responsibility, and I'm gonna do my best to hit our consumer base from every angle, from the digital platform to the airwaves, to any type of media, social media, all that good stuff, text, email, and all that good stuff. So,
shout out to everybody that is tuning in to Grown Man Conversations, the visual podcast, live from EQ Studios. We're talking tonight with my man Dr. Dre, representing A to Z Entertainment, who is bringing Monique here Thursday night at Knights Theater. Monique and friends. A big night, a big laughter.
Big night in the city.
You definitely don't want to miss it. We need the whole city to come out now. It's pressure because it's my city.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I ain't going to let Raleigh outdo my city.
Come on,
Not when you talk about you support me. If I'm off the radio, if you got something, Tone, we support you. And this is how you do it. Comedy is my first love, and it's something that I love to do. And you don't take it for granted.
Right.
So whenever you got an opportunity to get in front of your people, especially when you're at home, it's just like when a cat play at home versus playing away. Yeah. And you got your home crowd, it's home court advantage.
Right.
And you always going to do something. Yes, sir, Tone X, love what you do, brother. I appreciate
What's up, Quincy Spears?
You always going to do what you do. Shouts out to my folk, Giorgio and my man Yanni down there, Yanni Couture. Boy, when I step on stage Thursday night, what I got on, the fit is worth the ticket price. The jokes is just, that's the extra.
Come on now.
Man, listen, I am not playing. When I tell you I'm your uncle's favorite uncle in a much better suit.
And you grown with it.
I am not playing. That custom going to hit you on Thursday night. It's going to be something serious. So
there you go.
Make sure you leave us a comment, come up on the screen. If you come into the show, all right, if you want to go to the show, all right, if Monique is one of your favorites, all right, if Monique ain't one of your favorites, I just need you to leave a comment so we know you got your ears on us, and tell somebody that knows somebody with a car what we are doing on Thursday night so we can get the people. And
if you want to get tickets, where do they get tickets from?
Oh, y'all can log on to carolinatix.org. That's carolinatix.org, or you can call 704-372-1000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
704-372-1000.
Take your time, Dre.
I'm sorry.
372-1000.
Yes.
704-372-1000. Or you can go to carolinatickets.org. That's what X. carolinatickets.org.
Yes.
with an X, ladies and gentlemen, and be up inside the building Thursday night for Monique and friends. We are highly excited about it. Now, this is my first time doing comedy in Nights Theater.
Is it? I don't think so.
When did I do
That
Nights Theater before?
wasn't Jagged Edge in Nights.
No.
Jagged Edge was in Nights Theater.
No, that was Blumenthal.
That was Blumenthal?
Yeah.
That's where I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it together.
Some was in Nights
It was
Theater.
all
I
under the
thought.
same umbrella.
Yeah,
Okay,
Nights is
got
over
you.
Tryon. I haven't done that. That's why I went to see Les Brown. Was at
Oh,
Nights
yeah, that's
Theater.
what we
I
saw
haven't
Les
done,
Brown. Okay.
I haven't done any comedy in Nights Theater.
We're going to have to rub the curtain
You know,
in like
I've
they do at
done,
the Apollo.
I've done it at the Square.
Okay.
That's what Jan
McLaughlin
Brown was.
Theater.
McLaughlin Theater in Spirit Square. And of course, Blumenthal, Ovens, Bojangles. Like I touched every major
Spectrum.
Spectrum, but I haven't done it.
In Nights,
I've
baby.
done it in the old Hornets Coliseum.
Yeah.
Out on top Vola, baby.
I know that's right.
I haven't touched the stage at Nights Theater yet. So I'm excited about that. I am hella excited about that. How long have you been doing this? And what made you start?
Oh man, long story. But I'm gonna make it short.
You was in jail, and one of your buddies like, listen, man, when we get out, we
gonna throw them parties.
My man owe me $50,000. No, go ahead.
You know what? It's crazy because I started the business in 2001.
Okay.
And it's a little unusual how I started my business. I actually started my business off a refund check from school.
Okay.
So while everybody was buying clothes, buying them, I still had that too. I always told myself, I wanted freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted the freedom, and I started my business off a refund check from school. I did my first event in 2001. It was very successful. Made about $2,500. Thought it was very easy. I said, "Oh man, this is easy. I'm popular. I know a lot of people." And man, got my head cracked a couple times. Come to the territory.
Got your face
Took a
fixed.
few blood baths. But I stayed with it. Even though I had people that kind of say, "Oh man, you can't really do it full time in this market. It's too small. It's finicky. It's mysterious. All that." But I stuck with it. I took a lot of trips. Did some research in different markets and kind of just borrowed some ideas and brought it back to the Carolina market. Eventually when I earned some success in it, I always thought success comes with expansion. So eventually I started shaking hands, booking shows in different markets. Been doing the promotion thing for going on 22 years in August. So I've been very blessed to be doing this and still be relevant.
Yeah.
Not just here in this market, but in a variety of markets throughout the United States, predominantly the Southeast region. Learned a lot. Like I said, I learned a lot of lessons. Dealt with some OGs in different markets, and with that being said, I formed some very powerful connections and relations that allowed me to suffice. Again, this show came about too with the advice from Yolanda. You know what I'm saying? I don't really believe in reinventing the game. I like to utilize my relationships to kind of get to what I want, and I'm thankful for the relationships that I have. And that's how I've earned success in this business, really based off the relationship, because I didn't have a lot of money. My greatest asset was just my mouthpiece. You know what I mean? But
I
again,
know a lot of females like that.
oh yeah.
They ain't got a lot of money, but they great. They mouthpiece.
You so stupid.
Yeah, man.
so-
I know a few of them.
Yeah.
They down in the valley?
June 28th is National Blowjob Day.
Oh man. Nah, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. But I
Yeah, it
need
is
to
for
know.
real. No joke.
It is for real.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, I
It
need
is
to
National
I'm
Blow.
gonna put it up in my Instagram stories tomorrow.
need to put it in my
to
calendar?
remind.
It's
Should
in
have
there.
had it in your phone.
Exactly. Should have populated up for
Oh,
you. He
man.
knows.
Be tapping,
Oh, my mom ain't hear that.
doing Yolanda like this.
You be doing me like that even when it's not a holiday.
You know what
I'm
it
singing
is.
it to her like Tony. Do you know
know
what?
what today is? It is.
I'm gonna give her a blow pop. Say practice up.
You already know what it
Right out the
is.
shower, you know what it is. Those
You're
are
so
WD-40.
great.
Oh man.
Shout out to everybody that's on the live. I saw Sun D came on.
Sunday.
Sun D said I might come out to support Tone X, which is love.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you to come out, whether you coming out to support me, you might know Corey B. You might be from Chicago.
Yeah.
You want to come out and support her. You might have watched the Parkers
And
you
want
might
to
well
support
come out
Monique.
and see Monique live. You might want to come out just to be nosy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because you see the controversy, or so-called controversy, that's going on. All right? You might want to come see for yourself. You might want to come to see if it's going to flop.
Yeah.
You might want to come just to be in the building in case somebody say something, you can say you were there. Whatever you do, all right, and whatever your incentive is, incentivify your ass to night
be there.
theater. All right, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, because it is jumping off. And fellas, if you come to the show with somebody who you're not supposed to sit beside, you're cool because we're not filming. So that don't mean you have to move.
Right.
Y'all go ahead and sit.
We're not
There you
filming,
go.
but it ain't to say that somebody else won't have a camera up in there recording you.
Know who on
But
the road.
and
That's
I
all
want to
I'm
say
saying.
this about the show for anyone who is thinking and considering of going. And even if you've seen Tone X and if you've seen Corey B or Monique, you know, at different
One Root
shows,
Store, what up?
you've never seen, if you have not seen them collectively together, when I tell you this is a package. Like, this isn't something that, you know, someone threw together
put
and, you know,
together.
you put lineups together. No, this is really a core team. When they come back together, they say the band is back together. The energy is different. There's something just really holistically totally different about the whole movement and the whole vibe. And it really happens every single time
Exactly.
that they get together and that they are on stage. So that's another reason why I think it's magic. But that's the reason why I feel the show is special, because they literally take you back to the days when your mom and pop used to say, put on some clothes and get dressed and let's go to the show and let's sit there. And you were watching whether it was the Richard Pryors or the Sam Cooks or the Otis, you know, whoever it was. That is the kind of nostalgia, that is the kind of vibe and energy that Monique, Tone X, and Corey B will give you on Thursday night. So I'm telling you, you better be up in the building,
And
Tag.
I'm going to tell you something else. Think for yourself, beautiful people. And what I mean by that is, don't let something you heard or something you seen or a comment that you read or something off of YouTube keep you from coming to see the show. Because I read comments.
Yeah.
I might not comment back,
Right.
I read comments. And the reason why I don't comment back a lot of times is because my mom used to tell me, if you don't hear nothing,
Come
you
on
don't say
now.
nothing. And there's another one y'all can take why I don't comment back to a lot of bullshit on that social media, even if I put some up, is because do you know how hard it is for an elephant to hear an ant talk? And if you don't get that, then go ask your daddy. Because your mama don't know what we're talking about anyway, because that's game. And what that means is, do you understand, not because the elephant can't hit an ant, but do you understand the distance between an ant on the ground and an elephant's ears? So that distance keeps the elephant
And he really
even
can't hear you.
hearing what the ant is talking about.
Right.
Exactly.
And the elephant ain't going to tilt his head down
To listen
do
to
no
that
special
bull.
preference to make sure I hear what you saying. Because that don't bother me. Everybody is a big deal when they get on that keyboard and put up something. So don't let that, because I see a lot of people, when they're talking about coming to Charlotte, I'll take a hard pass.
Right.
Or you can cancel that show.
Right.
Cancel your own show.
Right.
Yeah.
All right? Cancel your show.
Right.
All right? This show right here is something because everybody ain't getting along to get along. Everybody don't go along to get along. And I'll tell you something else. He said laughter is the best medicine. We take that serious. This is a show where you come to it and you leave feeling better than when you came.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't got it together. I don't give a damn how nice y'all make it look on social media, like everybody's life is intact. Some of your shit's in shambles, and something that'll fix it, a quick fix, is some laughter.
There you go.
Some of y'all don't know how to wake up in the morning and choose to be happy. Exactly. You can't find shit to laugh at. There you go. You can't find nothing good. You can't even look around at the people in your house and get you a good laugh. You see what I mean? So that's what we bring, and that's why we say when you put the band back, it's different when it's just BBD. It's different when it's just Bobby. Exactly. It's different when it's just Ralph. But boy, when it's New Edition,
come on now.
All of them. You get all of that.
Come on now.
That's what we bring. We put the band back. Boy, I'm David Ruffin. Gotcha. You know how David was. Right. You know how David was.
Right.
Man. Thursday going to be something special, man. Yeah. Thursday night. You see it right here?
Yes.
Thursday. Get your ticket.
And for those who be like, well, it ain't funny. Shit. I've been touring with over 8.
Right. I don't know what you've been listening to.
For over 4. And the shows, like Yolanda said, because we know each other, the shows get better and better. It's kind of like if you ain't talked to one of your good people in a year and they call you and y'all pick up on the phone right back like y'all was talking last week.
Exactly.
And same thing.
Yeah.
When we get together, we pick it right up. We pick it up and get into it. So,
you better come on.
First of all, I can't wait for you to see that blazer.
Ooh.
That's the first thing. My blazer needs security.
I know that's right.
I don't need it. Right. My blazer needs security. Okay, Y Square.
Yes.
My stylist.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Go ahead, Mom.
Stylist, manager, wife, mother, lover.
All the above.
All of that.
All the above.
Stripper at night. Honorary comedian.
No, hold on.
now.
Dre, no,
I do it all.
That's when I'm gonna
yes,
put
I
my
do.
goddamn stripper. She back to P Valley.
What was I doing? What I do earlier today? What I do earlier
you
today?
Can't strip sleeping.
Did I not show you a little something earlier today? When I went to the little window, to the door before I went out the patio, what I do? I know I showed you a little something there. Come on now.
That's all you do. You showed it.
There you go.
You ain't bring it over here.
At least you synced it.
You just showing it.
I showed it.
You know what I mean? You ain't bring it over here. That's like you going to a car dealership, Dre, my man, talking about, see right here. You got a nice black photo, so and so. You be like, let me get the keys. Oh no, I'm just showing it.
Yeah, I'm just showing it.
I want to take it right.
I was letting you know what it looked like, baby. I was like, look at this thing.
Hush.
Look at the paint. The paint valley, baby. We down in the paint.
I'm so mad that Yolanda be seeing some damn shows sometime, man. I wish she wouldn't have never seen some shows. I think P Valley is one of them damn shows. I wish she'd have never
That's
seen.
when you can go into character, you know, like and have a moment.
All of them. That's what it sounded like. So,
this is the time in the show.
Talk about our sponsors.
Yes.
But we got people that make this happen.
Yes, we do.
Shouts out to everybody that's tuning in, because if it wasn't for the people, you know how this thing would
right.
We be talking to no one. Of course, we got to shout out Grown Fit Wear. Go to grownfitwear.com. We got them new Grown Fit V-neck tees in 6 fabulous colors: royal blue, red, white, and black,
pink,
yellow,
green.
We got it in green, and we also got it in a nice fuchsia. So make sure you go and check that out. Also, I got to thank our people at Silver Shield Security Systems, man. Silver Shield Security Systems, a black-owned business, a female, a black woman is running this, and she can compete with the top home security companies that you probably are familiar with, the ADTs,
CPIs,
and all of those. Her technology is right
amazing.
There. We have it in our home, and we love it. Can do everything off the phone, off the app. Can go check in your crib, see what's going on when you're not there. It's great. It's a nice peace of mind when you are there, and even if you are in an apartment, you can still take advantage of it. So if you want to go to the website and see what they have going on over at Silver Shield, you can go to silvershield-security.com. Silvershield-security.com. They're celebrating 10 years over there. 10 years in the game, and right now, you can use the promo ToneX. All right, Tone-X. You can use that and get 50%, half off of installation cost right now. And like I say again, I know fellas, you're working out, you protect your family. I know y'all be watching Ghosts and Power. I know you got it. All right, I know you got the gun under the mattress and all that, but it ain't no peace of mind like protecting your home, not just when you're there, but when you're not there, and
being
your
able
family
to see it
when you're not there. You might want to invest in a Silver Shield security system. We can invest in every damn thing else. Take some time to invest in your family and yourself. That peace of mind help you sleep.
It does.
Better at night, just like debt-free dick.
Debt-free dick, honey.
That help you sleep better at night.
That DFD. That debt-free dick.
Because you got on that little uncle. She got on that little. Because that what it is.
I'm
she got,
down in the valley where the. I'm sorry. Where the
no,
girls
no,
get
Dre.
naked.
It ain't no A. It ain't no A, man. It ain't no A.
Oh, man. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying it.
Clifford Scarfo.
I know, right?
She over here singing P-Valley. I'm so sick of it. Mess.
Oh, man.
All right. Exactly. So, shouts out to our sponsors, man. Silver Shield. Shouts out to Grown Fit. And shouts out to A to Z Entertainment. That's all the alphabets for bringing you Monique on Thursday night. You're 2 days away, technically. All right. You can still get tickets. You can go to carolinatix.org. That's TIX, carolinatix.org. And you can call 704-372-1000. That's Night Theater, Uptown, Tryon Street. We want to see everybody in the building because this is definitely something that you do not want to miss. A comedy show of this caliber is something that you don't want to miss. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the good brother for bringing this show to the QC because this is what you need. This is much needed. All right, the young gunners always got somewhere to go.
Yeah,
the young crowd always got somewhere to go. The older demo always got. We not bringing Lenny Williams. Okay, that's not what we doing. We not bringing the stylistics. That's not what we doing.
The shy lights.
We not bringing Theotis Ely. That's not what we doing. She was my side chick. We not side chicks. We ain't doing that. We bringing Theotis Ely, baby. I took it back, didn't I?
I like that name.
Theotis got 7 million views, though.
We bringing Joe Tex. I gotcha.
I don't know who that is.
Huh? Well, you know what Joe Tex?
No, man.
Boy, that was when your mom and daddy was still together.
Oh,
Before the
man.
divorce. That was before the divorce, baby. We bringing the queen.
Queen.
Coming to the QC, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we want y'all to be. Shouts out to everybody. Nikki, I see you. All right, I see you on the live. Nikki says she gonna be in the building.
Yeah.
I talked to some people this weekend at V and Vibe, and I was out there, and I was on my flyer 1-2, and a lot of people were talking good about the show. A lot of people said that they were coming to the show.
Yeah, a couple of people sent us screenshots of the tickets they purchased already for the
which
show.
is good. You know what I mean? And you can keep purchasing them too. Because that's what support is all about. And I can't talk about that enough. There's a meme that somebody put up that said, man, support people that you know in your hometown the same way you support celebrities that you don't know.
Right.
Okay?
Powerful.
Now, goddamn, if Kanye was coming, you'd strip, you'd sell cocaine, you understand what I mean? You'd steal money from the church to go see Kanye.
Yeah.
All right? We want that same enthusiasm.
Keep
For you to come see your man. All right. Wish I could make it on the road. All right, Quincy, just send the love and tell what you do is you tell somebody.
Yeah, tell somebody.
Down here, say, yo, I can't go, but you should go check out Monique Tonex and Corey B. And I love the support, but I want that real support because I want to walk up in there tomorrow night and be looking at Dre, and Dre got that look on his face like, yeah, we're going to do this again somewhere else, and you're going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Did y'all catch all that?
Yeah.
I threw that out there.
Oh, well, you going to be a part of it.
Can I talk to Dre?
Yeah, but
Can I?
You can, but I want you to know is Dre, boss lady done already talked with Dre on
Dre,
that.
do you see though? While we go, okay, and all right,
But look,
this is why here. This is why.
Because your boss lady already got you in the back end, so that's what I'm just trying to let you know. Nah.
I talked to you. Yeah, I talked to you in the parking lot. I ain't gonna be able to get nothing in with
Mercedes in the building. That's right. I'm here. No, I'm just playing. So look, let's before we go, we almost at that 15-minute point. We got about 15 more minutes of the show left. So
we got the hot questions.
Yeah, we have the hot questions and hot topics.
Drake can help us with this.
So a lot of times, what we like to do is
ask you a question. Let the people chime in. I share the live.
Oh, thank you, Quincy. Yes, share the live and let people know.
And this Thursday night, baby, this is where we at. And what happens is, Dre, we throw something out there. We throw it against the wall to see if it sticks. And then let the people chime in and see how they feel about it. And we got a good one tonight.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because me and Yolanda been talking about this all week.
Okay.
And it stemmed from P Valley.
From P Valley, baby.
Now, we know Uncle Clifford is not going outside of himself to play his character.
Okay.
But
first of all, do you know the cast of, are you familiar with the characters that we're speaking
I'm going to be
about?
honest. I never saw an episode, but I partied with Brandy before, Mercedes. We partied in L.A. before.
Okay.
She's cool with a couple of my colleagues.
you need to bring her down here to host a party, baby. And I need to co-host with her.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know she, I consider, reaching out to her or getting in contact with her. And I know she's handling some efforts with her mom right now. So.
Yeah, she is. She's taking care of her mom.
So,
Yeah.
once that,
Bring Uncle Clifford higher,
man.
Bring Uncle Clifford.
consider. You can look into that.
Stop hating on me.
And I'm not hating.
Stop it.
I'm just letting Dre see, okay, for itself.
This is 25 years
So-
right here, Dre.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
You know?
Salute.
Right.
I love it.
Let me drink some more of my water.
Yeah.
So, Lil Murda,
Uh-huh.
the gentleman that plays Lil Murda,
He's a rapper in the
he's
show.
from
the show?
he's
Okay.
from Greensboro
Oh wow.
originally.
Originally, yeah.
And he got the role. He talked it over with his wife. He's got a wife and kids. And his role is he's a gangster rapper, but he on the low because he like men. And he with Uncle Clifford. But he has to keep a persona about, because that can't get found out. You know, that'd be a contract interest. So me and Yolanda was discussing this. I said, Yolanda, he's a heterosexual man playing a role. And Yolanda believes that if you take on a role like that, there's something inside of you that you've been wanting to express and let go, but you can't. So you use the role to do it. And I'm telling Yolanda, the boy got a wife. You seen his wife, okay? The boy got kids, and he even said he sat down and discussed the role with his wife. He knew what it was taking in. And he even said he wanted to do it because he got a lot of homeboys
That are in that position.
that's living that life,
Yeah.
but they can't come out.
Exactly.
They got to keep it suppressed and can't really be who they are. And he wanted to do that. He said he get a lot of love from people for doing that. But Yolanda believed that he got them tendencies.
Yeah.
And so the role was easy for him. I say you can play the role
Yeah.
and not have them tendencies. You could be a straight up heterosexual man and play the role. That's what acting is. Acting out another part, another individual, taking on a character. What do you think?
So can I say my part? Because you only spoke for me. You said your part. And what I want to add to that
Go
and
ahead,
say
Brandon.
is that I understand creativity. I understand film. And if there is an actor or an actress out there, this is where I really want you to chime in and let me know. Because I am not a trained actress. I am an actress, however. Anyone who's looking for somebody. But I am
Yolanda,
not professionally
say
trained.
your piece.
All right, I just had to do that. But my point is, even when we're watching movies, sometimes art seems to imitate life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's even films and pictures and things that we've watched that we say, all right, even though this was a show, this is something that is really happening or has really happened or could really happen.
Yeah.
And when you even look back on different actors and entertainers who have been in movies together, and they started out in relationships, had their own families and everything, and after they did a certain movie, seemed like drama. You know, I'm gonna just use Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie since they're gonna be my poster child. They both went into their movies married to other partners, and because of the dynamic of the movie, the chemistry, sometimes you have to spend, time with one another and get to know and really live in that character. They end up divorcing their mates and coming together. So all I'm saying is, to me, something that intricate, because if you watch P-Valley, you see how real. I appreciate and I applaud the creative authenticity that the cast, the directors, the writer, the creator are doing, because they're really showing you art is really imitating life. But I'm saying that I think it is hard for a heterosexual male, and I get that you can, maybe get a character, and you might could be a crackhead, you might could be a deadbeat daddy, you might could be a killer or a robber.
Yeah.
But when you have to emulate and put your tongue in another man's mouth, when you have to grope up against them and emulate that you are having sexual relationships with them, what's the line? Like, to me, you've done it. So even if you come and you say that you not, that's not you, tell me.
What point are you making? Because I mean,
My point is, I think that he really likes that. I think that he really, really likes that, and that he is really,
the man is just acting.
Yeah, he's acting.
That's why he got you believing.
He is a heck of an actor, because he sure got me believing it.
His acting skills.
Yes.
And that's the whole point
Yes.
of cinema.
Yes.
To pull you in and you believe a character, what you see on TV, the same way that you would stop some people from soap operas and cuss people out on the street. You should have did so-and-so like that. That man ain't, first of all, they ain't together. That's just on General Hospital. Yeah. And that man ain't that evil like that. He ain't even a real doctor.
A role like that, so is there no boundaries? Okay, first of all, would you do it? Could you do it?
Y'all help us out.
Yeah, help me out.
Well, just, hearing, both of y'all perspective, I mean, I will be rational in this process, trying to understand it from both point of views. If I had to lean and choose a side, I would probably say, it had to be a boundary, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be real. I done saw some crazy movies, and I'd be like, damn, this person's too goddamn good.
Right.
And I'd be like, I don't know. No. I think if they can do that, they can portray and may have portrayed that imagery or that persona
somewhere else,
life,
exactly, outside of the camera.
And let me throw this out there. I don't condone it.
Right.
I don't look down upon
right.
That population. Hey, that's your preference. Me, I couldn't do it. I'm just too infatuated with women. You know what I mean? I love the dynamic of a woman's body, the touch, the sensuality.
You just couldn't do that kind of part.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't care.
You couldn't do that character.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
Well, I told Yolanda, hold on.
So Veronica Kirby says you can participate in a threesome and not be gay.
You just doing it maybe because that's what your partner likes. I'm just saying, these actors doing it for money. Okay, Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica Kirby.
Yeah, if it's two women and a man. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you're doing it for money, okay, so what is the...
Two women and a man, and, the other way, I
exactly. I mean, right.
No man seeing me.
Don't nobody think that
naked,
that's funny. Men don't ever think that that's funny. Two women and a man. You know what I mean? Y'all don't see that, but I'm talking about two men.
No, we don't.
Of course you don't. Yeah. Of course you don't. But the woman might see an issue with that. You know what I mean? If a woman does not want to be with another woman and she don't desire to be with another woman, then that's an issue.
Well,
it might be pleasurable for you, but it's an issue for the woman.
She stay on one side, and you.
And then you know what happened? It's just like when I was watching P Valley on that episode, the last episode, honey.
Mercedes and the girl.
And Mercedes, and she had the coach wife, and then when coach was there, I was like, like he kissing Mercedes too much.
I
if I was a coach wife.
But Yolanda gets into character.
Because I do.
Her.
Because you said.
Yolanda, they ain't us. Them is just characters.
Yeah, they just acting.
But I told Yolanda, if she was an actress and she had to do a scene like Mercedes and Coach's wife, where it was two females like that, I said, Mama, and the money is good, who am I to come in between your art and your acting skills? You go ahead and say a little prayer and knock it out. And I'm going to be right there to support you. I'll be right there to support you, Bob. You go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, what about if it's a scene with a man then? What if I got to make love to a man in the scene? You going to have the same support?
Listen, Halle Berry's man.
I'm not talking about Halle Berry. I'm talking about what if you got to see me do what Halle Berry do? You going to have the same support? That's the question I'm asking.
There are different levels to sex scenes. And what a lot of people don't know about sex scenes is they have sexual choreographers. On the set to help you because it's like what it is.
He's not answering my question. My question was,
I'm letting you know, it's like a ballet in the bed.
Yeah,
you ain't just this ain't porn. Yeah, if you talking about porn, that's something different.
So I can have ballet in bed.
But yeah, if you're an actress and that's a scene because there's different levels to it. I've seen kissing scenes. I've seen kissing and groping. Now, if he got to lift your skirt up and throw you up on the thing, and you got to hold on to it.
Yeah, that's
that's what you want to do.
That's the scene.
Oh, that's the scene.
That's the scene.
What's the money?
I'm not
sure. All right?
Is there any inspiring director?
The money all right. Me and Dre be like, look,
is there any inspiring director
I want you to come down here to this.
Who would like to have
review? Hey, man. They say Yolanda got a hell of a scene.
Chocolate deluxe in the scene.
They say Yolanda got one in here.
Security.
Security. Tom would tear that whole production room up.
You got to be a strong brother for that, man.
Listen.
I don't know.
If that's what she was doing, not if she seeked it out. Like,
so if I was already an actress, this is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If you married me and I was already an actress,
you have to respect that from being with her. You can
that's it.
Unless you was one of them cats, be like, I don't mind you acting, but you can't do this and this kind of scene and that kind of scene. No, you because you have to establish some kind of trust. Yeah. Gate.
I mean,
if you think she gonna do a scene with a guy and then get some D with him offset, then your trust level ain't high enough with that could be the dude at the Popeyes.
Exactly.
So it ain't if that's your profession, that's your profession.
Yeah.
Now with her, ask her. Yeah. If I had a sex scene and I was an actor this thing here. Okay, I wouldn't make nobody.
Ask me. Hell to the no.
I be telling them.
I'm gonna be on set because I'm management too. So I'm going to be on set, and I want to know what the script look like. Oh, that's what he got to pull them drugs. Nope, it's not going down because he got to come home and deal with my sanity, and I get it. It's the same way. Because same way you're a comedian. I didn't meet you in no acting world, so you get a role, and if they don't want you to be a comedian or a pastor or uncle. Or, you know what I'm saying, something that already fits to your MO of what you do. If they want you to be the pimp and you got to get out here and, no, boo. No.
I ain't got to be no pimp, Yolanda, but it just might
Well, I'm just saying.
Or be an uncle that's got to have a kissing scene. I could kiss on the cheek.
Well, she need to be your niece. And if you married somebody that can use me as a body double, just make sure she brown skin, chocolate. I will be the body double, honey. Then that way you can lick on it and all that.
We talk about interracial relationships, and she white.
Well, I'm still gonna be the body double
like that.
Okay, I tell you what. You know,
hey, Drake,
you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go talk to the director of this movie, and we're gonna work on my feature film, and that way I will go ahead and be in a role. So that way, because I want to experience it too. Then, if Tone gets to do it, I want to adapt into the acting world, and I'm gonna want to experience it too.
Yolanda thinks that stuff like that really would bother me. And it wouldn't, because I've been in entertainment over 30 years.
Yeah,
I done seen it all. I done been around it all. I done been on porn sets. I was in Germany where prostitution was legal. That's what I tell her. I done seen things and done things before 20 that most cats ain't never seen.
My parents ain't dead.
I was doing a threesome with my boy, and all we had to do was pay some vodka and some cigarettes, and we was high-fiving each other, and we would say switch, and we would do the thing because it was legal. Yeah. And I was young. It's most cats, the only time you're going to see her do that is if you go to the movies. So here go the thing. If you're with somebody for 24 years, there's a trust factor.
Yes, sir.
If that's your profession and that's what you do, have at it.
Yeah.
Because if it take a love scene with you and another gentleman to make you want to move in that direction, offset, you was moving in that direction anyway. This was just the angle to take you there.
It was the trigger, yep.
So go ahead. That's between you and Jehovah. Just like mine is between me and Allah. You go ahead. Ain't nobody stalking you. Ain't nobody coming down on no set. Ain't nobody doing all that.
And not just that, you know, as men, we don't have ownership of women.
Right.
You know, we don't own them. Right. You know, just like they don't own us. So, you know, one thing, you know, I always try to, you know, give, you know, the woman the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, if she was to follow through on something that you know that was unethical, then it just tell me that's what you want to do in the first place. You know what I mean? And me, I'm a little bit more patient on that side.
Now, you can't come on talking about I'm in a porn. now that's when I'm
single,
you
so
sound
I
like
don't.
You just don't really care over there.
I don't seen it all. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't seen it all.
Some of the stuff that we watch is soft porn. So what's porn? Me just because all that is the noises. Because Pussy Valley is porn. It's just soft porn. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean P Valley. I done said the word.
I mean, I think at this time and age, you know, I think grown people gonna do what they want to do as it is. You know. I mean, I've told, you know, my female partners that, hey, if you feel like you have to do that, I just ask that you protect yourself. You know what I mean? You know, just don't bring nothing to me. I'm going to protect myself regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, but see, when you do it like that, because to me, what that goes into is saying that, and this is just how this just might be my thinking.
Yes, ma'am.
So I get the respect level and boundaries that we should have in relationships.
Yes, ma'am.
But to me, you never want to have your woman or your man feeling like, okay, go do what you do. Yeah, just protect. Yeah, just don't bring nothing home. Because basically what you're saying is, as long as I don't know, go do what you do. Yeah. And I'm the type of person where it's energies and all of that kind of thing. You say that, but when the shit hit the fans and that happens and that situation comes up and you see if you're female or if you see if your male, you know, your guy friend has done something or your wife or woman, whatever, it hits different.
Exactly.
So to me, there still should be boundaries. Of course, you have to understand respect and trust and someone's career and what they're in. It's just like Tone being a comedian. there's mad people who are falling in love with your voice over the radio. There's mad females and people who feel like they know him just because of that exchange and those hours that they have with him, listening to him on the radio. And even come up to him, and he's a very approachable person, and he loves people.
Yeah,
he's a service man,
definitely
meaning
personal. Yes,
he loves people. He loves to encourage men and women. So there was times where I had to understand every female that is talking to him or that he's talking to, he's not saying anything inappropriate.
Yes, ma'am.
This female is not trying to sleep with him.
Yes,
this
ma'am.
female just may be grasping on whatever that was that he was able to give her or him at that moment.
Yes, ma'am.
So understanding that boundary opposed to something that can be slick.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I think sometimes there's a gray line and there's situations where it turns into some old slick shit. But then men or woman, you know what I mean? We might say, oh, well, no, this is my career. And I'm just acting. And I'm just, nah, nigga. You acting, but you still sit, you know what I mean? So to me, that's the difference. That's the difference of it.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, both of y'all make a whole lot of sense. First and foremost, y'all been together 24 years. And I mean, that's
25 in
amazing.
January.
So in
September. What we're talking about.
Not knowing if any issues have ever came about, but outside looking in, y'all do an amazing job because it looks like y'all are friends.
Yeah, we are.
Lovers.
Yes.
Y'all are, the alpha and omega of your family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she makes a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense too. Again, I tend to try to be more rational as I mature, understanding both angles. Because I've been in entertainment for 22 years, so I know what comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In my 22 years of doing this, women have always been my greatest supporters over men. Men do support, but women just come in vast numbers.
Always.
So, I've had my issues in relationships and situationships. I don't believe in infidelity, but I do enjoy peace.
Right.
Peace supersedes all that. So, if you have peace and you are single, then you pretty much have the right to do what you want to do. But, like I said, I always tell people be responsible and safe as possible.
Absolutely.
But, in that case, I do try to respect the art. I do try to respect people's profession. And at the end of the day, if you meet somebody, you assess them, and they are in those predicaments, then, you have to tell yourself, you got to love yourself first and say, hey, am I willing to deal with that? Is this in the capacity of what I want to deal with? I've been in situations where I've dealt with some young ladies who a little bit more on the free-flowing side. Kind of unusual because I typically like to deal with women a little bit more reserved. And it's challenging. You know what I mean? It's challenging. You know what I mean?
But to bed with them freaks.
Them freak-o-matic night. But look, let me just say this as we wrap it up, though. I do want to say, because, and you spoke on something which I appreciate, because I know a lot of people do look at our relationship. And I think that is a part of the glue. We are friends.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, that is my homeboy. I feel comfortable. As you see, when people come into the podcast, even whether outside the podcast and you see Tone and I don't mind being who I am.
Yes, ma'am.
He is comfortable with being who he is.
Yeah.
And we both respect one another. And we have our fun and we go back and forth and have our little banter.
Yes, ma'am.
But at the end of the day, there's a high level of respect that I think we both share and have for one another. There is definitely value that we both see that we bring to the table with one another. And I hope that what people do see from whether they catch us at the podcast or whether they catch us in person, they see the authenticity of our relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
And the goal to me, even within Grown Men Conversations, was to show women that you can still be powerful and have strength within your relationship with a strong man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just that balance and, that to have. So I thank you for allowing me or helping grow and put water on me to be the queen bee that I am.
Like I said, I don't know everything that happens in the household, but outside looking in, it looks like a. I know, but it looks like a marvelous situation. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud y'all for displaying black love because in today's society it's a disconnect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with man and woman, and there are some people who kind of set that example. So like I said, y'all move.
We applaud my man Dre, representing A to Z Entertainment.
Yes.
Bringing you Monique.
Yes.
This Thursday night, June 30th is the date, man. 8 p.m. is the time. Go to carolinatix.org. Get your tickets. You call 704-372-1000. Get in where you fit in on this one. Her first time ever performing live in the QC along with yours truly, Corey B out of Chicago. It's going to be dope. All right, you got time to get your tickets if you're still making up your mind, because we know how black people do. It'll be Thursday morning. Y'all still talking about, yeah, I think I'm going to go. And then you want to start looking for tickets. So go ahead, get your tickets, man. Be in the building this Thursday night at Night Theater Uptown, man. I'm going to see y'all in the building. And thank y'all for tuning in to Grown Man Conversations, man. Salute!
Yeah.
Hey, it's a grown man in the building.
Yes,
I don't think you're ready. Come on. We riding on some grown man ish. We step into some grown man ish. Conversation on some grown man.
Before the night is over, let me go ahead and shout out DJ Tad DiBiase. He'll definitely be keeping the frequency live in the building. So, we definitely want to shout him out. I also want to shout out 50 Cent, for making things happen for me on the promo side of things. Appreciate that, my brother. You do a lot for a lot of folks. Let's keep the movement going, man. Like I said, big shout out to Monique, Sid, attorney Ricky Henderson for making things happen too with me. So, and last but not least, man, let me shout, y'all out. Mr. Tonex and Yolanda for trusting in me and giving me the opportunity to feed my family too. You know what I'm saying? Because they could easily have turned this down, but like I said, that mechanism, that machine that they already got going, it just made proper sense to make it happen. So I thank y'all for the opportunity, and hopefully we can keep this thing going. Man.
Yes, and we thank you.
Yes, sir. See you on
Thursday night,
family. Support.
June 30th.
Support the movie.
I know it's something that we never had. Grown man that will wait for you. So go ahead and do what you do. Just step down and step up. Get ready for this grown man level up. We riding on some grown man needs. We step into some grown man needs. Conversation on some